Hey and welcome back. It's time to create our bare hands Android project. I'm gonna create an Android project and call it simple call and wait for the Gradle to finish the installation and adding dependencies. Now it's time to add the dependencies to it that we are going to work with. To do that, let's start with lib.version.toml. I'm going to add Hilt JSON WebRTC library, lifecycle view model scope, Hilt navigation compose, and WebSocket. Now let's add the libraries itself below the Android material tree. And for the plugins, we want to add the Hilt Android. Now let's go to build.app. We will start by adding the plugins of the Hilt. And then we want to go to dependencies and add our dependencies that we just added to the toml. Let's press sync. Also, I always move this to 35. Let's sync again. And now it's time to add our permissions that we need to the manifest file. Let's remove this label and let me copy and paste the permission that I need. It's going to be camera, the audio, and Wi-Fi state and internet, of course, and the modify audio settings to make the speaker mode and the earpiece mode. Now, as the usual, I'll go to our project structure. Let's go and move this main activity to the UI and create my packages like this. Now let's go and create my application level class. I'll name it simple call application. It's going to extend from application class, add the constructor parentheses, and annotate it as Hilt Android app. Of course, we will have the companion objects to store or hold the user ID, and it's going to be uid.random uid to string, and we only use 5 letters of it, so we'll use the substring from 0 to index of 5. Now let's go back to our manifest file and add the name of the simple call application, and also don't forget to use clear text traffic and set this flag to true because we are not using HTTPS version, we're using HTTP. Okay, now let's go back to our structure and add the packages for the UI. We will have the components and also screens and view model. I'm gonna create our only screen, which is named main screen, and it's going to be composable with the name of main screen. We don't need no modifier. And let's go back to our main activity, remove everything here, and use the main screen itself. And let's go back to our main activity and annotate it with Android entry points. Now, first thing to do, we have to handle granting the permission from the user. To that, let's create a request permission launcher, which is going to be remember launcher for activity results. And the contract is going to be activity results contracts request multiple permissions. Add the parentheses to it. And here we will receive the permissions array, and we check if not all the permissions are true, then we want to create a toast with the context that I'll add up here from local context and use current. And for the text, we will say camera and microphone permission is required. Let's move it here. If not, we wanna start connecting to WebSocket. Now it's time to launch this request launcher. So we use launched effect, and for the key we simply pass unit because we wanna launch the permission only once, and then use the request permission launcher dot launch. Now it's time to add the permission that we need, which is going to be array of android.manifest.permissions.record audio and also camera. Let's sort it. Now if we launch our application, we should be able to see a simple application without any screen but asking for the permissions. Let's test it. I'm facing an issue to run the application because I forgot to add the plugin on the project level. Let's sync it now and run it again. As you can see, project launched successfully and asking for permissions. Let's grant them, and you can see we are good to go. Now let's move to the next video and learn how to create this UI and make the components and add it to our UI. So till the next video, see you everyone.